Hello everyone and welcome to my review for Kengan Omega Chapter 74. This week we got a very interesting chapter. So to start off, we got some more Towamudo backstory. And we find out what his motivation is exactly. And apparently it isn't anything other than just proving his own strength. So we see him fighting with his elder brother, who he's apparently able to just completely overpower now. And he's obsessed with proving to everyone in the world, even to the gods, that he is the strongest around. And when his brother tells him not to, mock their national hero, the guy they descend from, by saying that they should worship him instead, he says that, in that case, he's a god, you say? Well, then in that case, I'll surpass God. So, fucking insane anime villain shit. And fortunately, Julius does get up, and he gets, shit on again by, Toa's techniques, which we do learn more about. They do not appear to be the Nico style directly. It's apparently a traditional martial art passed down through his family. And I saw something about this on the subreddit in discussions yesterday. They have this little diagram here showing a person attempting to stab another person with a spear, and the other person grabs it and redirects the force from the attack into their punch. Apparently, this is based off of actual Maori spear combat, which makes a lot of sense. And he actually describes the two parts of it, that being Y, which is going limb to disperse the impact. It's, of course, water. Then you have How, which is wind, which is bending and diverting the attack. And he combines that into his breathing mountain attack that I'm not going to attempt to pronounce. So apparently it isn't directly he was not taught the Nico style. He was taught something similar that appears to have changed as it was passed down throughout the generations. But it's not clear where exactly this technique came from, because presumably, if it's been passed down through the generations, then there must have been someone who was taught it in the first place, So, we may be getting more stuff about the history of the Nico style in the future. I know it was supposed to be created by Gao Mukaku, and he was a fairly recently living person. So maybe the Nico style actually has a history that goes far beyond that. But Julius has been getting his ass kicked this whole fight. And he finally starts to push back against Toa. And he does this double fist attack that causes blood to spurt from Toa's eyes and mouth. And when we look at Julius's fists, they're so fucked up and strained and muscular. And I swear to God, I think it's something like Blast Core, maybe. I don't know. Some people were saying he may have augmented himself, but I'm not sure it's something as simple as that, or as something out there as that. I know Julius's whole thing is that he's his strength has been derived by artificial means, but I think it would be interesting for him to have learned something akin to the Blast Core after getting beaten by Julius. Or, not by Julius, by Wakatsuki. It should also be of note that him doing this attack was able to get Lolong to open his eyes, so of course that's always a pretty important achievement. Now, how exactly did this technique work? Well, either it's so fucking strong, like the Blast Core, that it was able to just overwhelm his technique, or, which I have seen a few people suggest, is that by hitting him either at point blank range, or by hitting him 2 times at once on both sides of his body, he essentially made it impossible to disperse the impact. I think either of these are pretty plausible, which still sort of goes to show the use of tactics instead of technique, which is what allowed Wakatsuki to beat him during the Annihilation tournament. So that's pretty interesting. I assume we'll definitely get some sort of explanation of this next week. I won't lie, when I saw the Raws for this chapter, I was screaming. I was like, holy fucking shit, did Julius just use Blast Core with both hands? I mean, I guess he has enough muscle to do that, probably. It would have to be something similar to Blast Core, but not exactly the same, because Blast Core is specifically tensing up all of your muscles and directing that power to one point. So I don't know. But I am certainly very excited to see how this develops next week. This is certainly the turning point of the fight. We're already 4 chapters in. Feels like it's gone by really fast. I mean, the Carlos versus Gao Lang fight and the Rihito versus Falcon fight were 6 and 7 chapters respectively, and they each felt way longer than this. So I don't know. I guess maybe this fight just has much faster pacing or something. I don't know. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I do Kengan Omega reviews every week. And if you enjoy discussing Kengan Omega with other people, you should check out my Discord server. I'll have a link in the description below. If you enjoy other series such as Record of Ragnarok, Chainsaw Man, Jujutsu Kaisen, Solo Leveling, and Bleach, I do videos on those series as well. So if you're interested, check out my channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you around.